Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Chasing the Art of Creativity. I am your host, your cheerleader, and once again, very, very occasional bad joke teller, Luca. Here on this podcast, we celebrate diversity, inclusion, creativity, and of course, a whole lot of heart. Today, we are breaking the tradition of the 4 episodes. Instead of getting an individual, we have got the first couple on today, Omar and Hannah. Amazing.
Hello.
Say hello to everyone.
Hi.
Thank you so much.
We're very excited to, be with you here today and go through our experiences, your experiences, get it all out.
Oh
there.
man, I'm so happy you guys came on today. Honestly, like it's a Sunday. It could be one of those days where you just want to lounge around and just do your own thing. But you were kind enough to answer the call to the podcast room, the little studio. This is like the Bat Cave. It's like my little Bat Cave, and I've got all my stuff up on the wall. And when I first started this venture, I was kind of like, what if people just judge my little setup?
What do you mean, man? It's amazing. Look, you got all the characteristics
yeah.
of Luca. You've got video games.
Sydney from Sydney,
you've got
yeah.
cockatoos in the background.
That's my thing. Yes.
I know. I see you feeding all the cockatoos in the morning.
You've seen it, yes.
On your stories.
So good, yeah.
Yeah.
So for a bit of backstory, me and Omar, we go back.
We do.
We go back. So back, I would say maybe 7-8 years ago, we met each other.
2018.
We met each other at TAFE. We did the diploma of film and TV. That's essentially where our journey started. And
That's it.
honestly, like looking back 7 years, it feels like it just feels like it never happened. It was just so fun. Like it feels like the experience was completely ethereal. I don't know about you, but the experiences that we had doing that sort of stuff is incredible.
Yeah, we were so young, we were still experiencing everything for the first time, learning about television, media, meeting people in the industry, learning from all the teachers, all the people with years and years of experience in television and film, and getting super excited about doing creative things and, moving on with our lives and doing better things and getting, being on set with big directors, big producers, big camera assistants.
So good.
So that's kind of the creative side of things.
It's incredible, yeah.
There were also the other side, which I found very interesting, which is the technical side of television and production, which is very different. You make a lot of decisions, but based on what is kind of required to make everything kind of fit together at the end.
Yes,
and
exactly.
I got into television. I worked in broadcast. I started working in presentation when I was 18. I was very young. I was like,
you look
whoa,
a little baby. We were both babies because we got into the industry fresh out of TAFE. Like we were both 18 years old. When I got hired, I was just kind of like, what the hell? This is just insane. Like, what is this experience? I'm working for, a company that generates millions of dollars in revenue and like television revenue.
Yep.
Fucking so weird. So
yeah, it's absolutely
look
insane.
at us go.
I remember my first interview at Foxtel. Well, I went to do interviews at the beginning.
Yeah,
one of them didn't go so well, but the second one I remember so well.
It's always the second one that it's just hits different.
Yeah.
You get the experience.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I just remember sitting there. I'm like, this man's been doing this for like, I don't know how many years. He asked me questions about something I have no clue about. And I think the one thing that got me the job is I noticed that he was a big fan of soccer. And that tells you how much if you lean into what people like and actually get to know them on a personal level, it really helps you meet people.
You've got to look alike, don't you?
Well, that's kind of where I went. So he was like a big fan of soccer, and I saw he was wearing a jersey or something, and I was like, which was not exactly what I was expecting of someone interviewing me.
Is he a Liverpool fan?
Yeah, he was. And I was like, yes, I got this job. Like immediately, I was like, I'm a big fan of soccer, and like my favorite team ever is Liverpool. He's like, oh really? Me too. And I was like, cha-ching. So
honestly, yeah, no, being Egyptian and looking like Mohamed Salah. It's got to pay off eventually.
I know, it did.
It works for you. You know what? And if you can say that it was due to the fact that you like soccer, but look, your personality speaks waves, honestly. And knowing you for such a long time, bro, it is just incredible to have you here. Like, honestly, to be talking on it, there was, throughout the pandemic and stuff, we were never able to really connect, and we never, we always said we were going to plan stuff. I'm a terrible planner, which is really ironic.
You planned all of this. Trust me, you're better than me.
I've gotten better. Over time, I've gotten better, but man, I'm so glad that you two could come along. And of course, it wouldn't be the podcast here if we wouldn't talk to Hannah. You guys are both swimming in creative juices, two completely sort of different careers. But that's what we do here. You know, we love to analyze and we love to contrast. And Hannah, thank you so much once again as well. Thank you for answering the call and coming on with Omar today. It's really appreciate it. How have you been?
Thank you so much for having us. I've been good. It's been a good weekend. I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah, that's the way it is. It's good that you are. And diving into the creative side, you are a music creative.
Yes, I would say I'm an indie folk singer-songwriter. So I've been singing on stage since I was about 4 or 5 years old. And then started writing music maybe closer towards when I was 18. I think I released my first EP 2020. So I've got an EP on Spotify. It's called Bloom by Hannah Wood. It's very folky, and I was very, very proud of it.
That is fantastic. I'll leave a link below to your Spotify page so everyone can go out there and listen to some indie folk, because indie folk is it's so trendy at the moment right now.
Yeah.
Like you always listen to, like if you listen to like Dope Lemon, Angus and Julie Stone, all that sort of stuff, that was my jam back in the day.
Well, it's funny you bring them up because the studio that I recorded at actually recorded their first
No
album,
way.
Angus and Julia Stone.
Oh, no way.
Out in Balcombe Hills.
With their first like album, the one they did, what was
I think-
their first their first EP was?
Can't remember what it was called. It was back when they were still here in Australia.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Now they're multinational. So talented.
crazy.
So talented as well. Now, was it that genre that drew you into music as a young kid, or were you sort of just immersed in the music industry in general from a very young age? Like growing up, instrument wise, were there any instruments that you associated yourself with, or you learned more than others?
Yeah, I'm actually a violinist. So I picked up the violin when I was 8, and that was my instrument of choice for the majority of my years. I did sing from the age of 4. That was more my mum's decision. She said I screamed too much as a child, so she put me into singing lessons to channel
There
that
you go,
into
channel the
something more
energy.
positive.
Yeah, it's a great way to do it as well. And the violin as well.
Yeah.
One of the most complex instruments to play. Like
It's very difficult.
our family has a cello, not the same instrument, but you know, it's a string. I tried to learn the cello, and man, that shit is tough. It is as blatant as I could put it. That it is so tough to learn a stringed instrument. Now, when you were first playing the violin and you first started playing it, was it difficult to get a grasp of how it is played, or were you just a natural at it straight away? You're like, I know this.
I think I picked it up pretty quickly. I progressed through my earlier, because I did exams for violins. I went through the whole grading system. In my first couple of years, I picked it up pretty quickly. I think I just was so into it that it was always in my hands, no matter how much everyone around me begged me to stop. I was always playing it. So
You were just walking around school. You had the little violin, like
pretty
it's
much.
one of the most like aesthetic instruments to have and play as well, because it is like unlike anything else. You know, having it under your like chin, and you've got it there, and you just.
Yeah.
It's one of the most beautiful sounding instruments as well.
She tried to teach me. I failed miserably. I was like, the whole thing was falling off my shoulder like every 2 seconds. And
Look, there might not be a distinct, correlation between, tech jobs and violins.
Yeah,
but
I
hey,
think
at
so.
least you gave it a go.
That's right.
That's what we're all about here, because the amount of things that I've just tried, and look, it hasn't been my thing, but that just means that it opens up the door for someone else to give it a try and be insanely good at it, which Hannah, you have taken strides in doing.
Yeah. Well,
So
thank you.
music throughout high school, did you go to a special music school, or did you do like a music program at your school?
I did music through my school. I wouldn't say, I think they've become a performing arts school now. They weren't at the time that I was going there, but I did music too and music extension for my HSC, focusing on violin and vocal performance. And then I also did music outside of school. So I did the whole violin grading system.
Wow.
I taught violin outside of school as well for a little bit.
How long did it take you to like grade with the violin? Like how long did it take you to progress through?
Well, it was typically I'd go up a grade each year. So it was kind of like going through school, except just slightly different. But I was playing violin for, consistently about 10 years. It's been about 15 years now since I've started. It's slowed down as
Unbelievable.
the
Wow.
singing's kind of taken over since I've left school.
Yeah.
but I was doing it for quite a while. I loved it.
Oh,
Such a beautiful instrument.
Such a beautiful instrument. And,
Yeah.
you know, you sort of think about classical music, you know, you're venturing into the depths of like Pavarotti and all that sort of that classic music, and there's such a strong tone of violins. And one of the most like powerful songs that I have ever heard in my time, one of my favorite songs of all time, you would definitely know it because it has, what would you say? I'm gonna give you a question here. What do you guys think? What song do you think has the most powerful string intro of all time? Wouldn't even know what to call it. I wish I was musically aligned, but
Oh boy, my mind straight away goes to like a Vivaldi Four Seasons.
yeah, no, it makes sense. It's more of a modern song. It's more of a modern. Do you know Bittersweet Symphony?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Of course.
That is one of my favorite songs of all time.
Yeah.
And just because the four chord, like I don't know, is it 4 chords, 4 bars? Well, once again,
I think it's 4 bars.
4 bars.
Yeah.
There you go. Look at me go. Learning as I go along. The first like 4 bars, clearly, I'm
I was
the
thinking
human
something
violin.
else, but I don't know its
What were you
name.
thinking?
What were you thinking?
I don't even know its name. I just remember. I know what it sounds like.
Do you know the riff? Can you say it? Yeah, just hum it out.
It's like.
Oh, no.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm talking
I'm
about.
so lost.
See,
I love
there
that
you go.
you have to go up just to
Yeah,
like
you
you
have
know,
to
you
just,
have to
like-
pretend you're playing it so I can
Exactly.
sell it.
You gotta live the
I know
moment
I
while
know
you're
the one
doing
you
it, yeah.
actually mean. It's very classical. It's like it's
is
like the
it?
ones you hear at restaurants and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
I think.
See,
You probably know what it is.
I know so much about music.
I know what song you're referring to, but that's not a violin. That's a cello.
it could be a cello.
Solo. It's a cello solo.
Maybe
You
it
know,
is.
well, you would
I
know.
can't think of the name
Like,
of it. I can't think
is
of the name.
is there like a distinct pitch difference between things like a cello and a violin, a viola, and stuff like
Yes,
that?
So the strings are different. A violin, it's got the 4 strings tuned G, D, A, E. A cello and a viola has, instead of the higher E string, it has a lower, I think it's a C.
Wow.
C string. So 3 of the strings are the same, but
Yeah.
it does have a different string. So it's a lower clef.
Yeah.
And it reads different sheet music as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's good. I'm learning a little bit more about the violin every day now. So, teaching violin.
Yeah.
When you are teaching someone that is relatively new to the instrument,
Mm-hmm.
do you initially feel like they are like it consumes them, the complexity of the instrument, you know, it sort of consumes them and it leaves them a bit anxious? Or do you feel like people are so interested? Like, it kind of varies from person to person,
It
but
very much varies.
Yeah.
I very much took the approach because when you think of violin, you often think of those teachers who are very strict, practice all the time. My teacher took a very different approach with me. She made it a lot more fun. It was a lot more, what did I want to learn? And I found that helped me stay motivated throughout the years. So when I was teaching, I'd take that approach a bit more. I'd try to make it fun rather than put
Make it a
pressure
chore.
on them to practice,
Yeah.
practice, because a lot of my students were between the ages of 4 and 6, and they're not in the mind state
Oh,
to
man.
be thinking, I'm going to be playing this in 15 years. They're just playing after school for fun.
the most complex thing that I was playing with when I was 4 was a fucking speak and say, like one of those, like or like a magic 8 ball.
Yeah.
And kids now picking up, like when they're 4 or 5 years old, picking up the violin. But you got to say that doing it early,
Yeah.
makes such a difference because you were so immersed in the complexity of that instrument, and you develop from there. I think you develop as a young kid. And it gives you, 1, such confidence when it comes to music and instruments, 2, independence.
Yeah.
It gives you real independence to be able to sort of further your journey when it comes to other instruments. So apart from when you started learning the violin, when you kept
Yeah.
playing the violin, were there any other instruments that you were kind of like, oh, I could dip my toes into that a little bit?
Yeah, at about the age of, I think I was 8, I stole my mum's guitar and I just started teaching myself that. So I don't know much when it comes to the technical side of guitar. I
Does
just
she know you stole her guitar?
Yeah. She
You'd
eventually.
actually like locked it away in like a little safe. She had a little code on it. You came in like Tom Cruise, Mission Impossible,
Yeah.
like cracked
She-
it.
She eventually supported it.
That's good.
And yeah, I've been playing the guitar. I think it's a lot easier to pick up a second instrument once you already have a background in something else.
For sure, yeah. And with your knowledge of reading, being able to read music, which is something I haven't been able to achieve over time, but it's a different language. It is like learning another language. So,
It is another language.
do you serenade Omar from time to time?
No.
Does he have like a favorite song?
Actually, I have a couple times. He'll be cooking and I steal the piano and I've sat there and sung a bit while he's cooking.
Aren't you lucky? You are blessed to have a songwriter, girlfriend, a creative,
I know.
a real
I
musical
get lucky.
creative.
But then he cooks. I get really good
But
meals,
Omar, but
so-
you know what? You're not even lucky because you're a fucking nice guy. That's the
Oh,
thing. You're an
man.
absolute. You know what your nickname was in TAFE? Wholesome Omar.
Wholesome Omar
You were
was my
called
nickname.
Wholesome Omar,
Oh,
yeah.
I'm glad that was the pick.
Because you were
of the
incredibly
bunch, I
wholesome.
guess.
Yeah. We loved you. There was not a single person that had anything against you at TAFE. And why would they? You were the sweetest human being ever.
I was just telling Hannah before we came here, you're one of the people in TAFE that you got along with everyone. Like,
yes.
not a single person. Yeah, no, I don't know anyone who doesn't know who you are. If I mention, Luca, you're like, yeah, of course. Yeah, this very bright, like, energetic guy. I'm like, yeah, that's him, you know?
The little wannabe little guy that I thought I tried to be so quirky back at TAFE. I was just like, I need to rebrand myself after coming out of high school. I need a new identity. So I was just like, okay, yeah. But like the experience of TAFE was incredible because you met so many people that had the same creative ideas as you and had the same sort of influence around you and the work that you could create and the projects that you could work together to create. It was incredible, and it's one of the experiences that it'll forever be, dictated when it comes to my legacy and the legacy of others around me. So
See, I may
Massive.
not be the best violinist or the best at some reading music or any of that, but I do love music. Like, it's one of the things that I'm passionate about.
yeah.
When I say passion, I mean I do play piano, so the piano that Hannah
Look at that,
mentioned
there
is
you
at my
go.
place.
Yeah.
But
Do you guys do like the little the duets on the piano? Like he's at one end.
We
No.
haven't experimented down that route
We haven't
yet.
done
Oh,
that
yeah.
yet.
But that's a good idea.
It's a good
That's
idea,
something we
isn't
should
it?
look
We
into.
can try it.
Mm.
We can definitely
It's like
try
taking
it.
the relationship to
Yeah.
the next level.
I told him he should learn to read sheet music so he can accompany my violin.
Oh man,
But
that'd be insane.
I think the reading sheet music part he wasn't so sure about.
I think it's going to take a very long time for me to be able to read
Yeah.
sheet music just like Hannah does, but
Yeah.
that's something maybe 10 years down the line.
Yeah.
Could
But
be
at
good enough
least,
at.
you know what? At least it's there. At
Yeah.
least you've got the idea for it. At least you're actually like
Could be really
you're
cool.
contemplating. It would be fucking awesome. Can you imagine that?
You could accompany me at some gigs.
All right, Lucas, you've teamed up now.
Yeah,
against me.
now I'm like
you have to do
I'm
it.
the agent now. I'm like, well, here, this is like digital. This is a digital contract here. You have to do it now.
Yeah.
contract. We're gonna sign it at the
You got to
end.
sign at the end. Yeah,
We'll put instead of the Polaroid, we'll have the signature
Yeah.
of the contract. Up
it'll be
there.
on there. The signature will be on the Polaroid.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's so good though. No, it's how long have you two known each other for as well? Venturing into the personal relationship of you two, how long have you guys known each other for?
Well, we met 2022, end of 2022,
Yes. No.
Yeah.
Yes.
or start of 2022.
No, yes, no, yes.
2022.
That's right.
I keep
Nice.
forgetting it's 25 now.
Isn't
My
that
mind keeps
so
thinking
we-
it's 2024.
2020 was 5 years ago.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
No,
That's insane.
I'm not ready to deal with the ramifications
Yeah.
of that philosophical.
I was not a teenager 10 years ago, like.
No, no, it's so weird. It's not right.
Oh my
But
goodness.
so yeah, whereabouts
Yeah.
did you guys meet?
So we met. We went out at the end of 2022. We went skating.
We went ice skating
Yeah.
and then
that
went
The
for
staple
a
of
little
it.
dawdle and found an Italian restaurant.
See, I thought I was good at skating, right? Like, I thought I was like.
Yeah, we
good
all do,
enough,
don't we?
You know.
In our mind, we're all like, yeah, I'm a capable skater.
like, yeah, I
and
can
you
do
get on the
that.
ice, and it's like fucking Bambi.
That's what I thought going in because I've skated before. Like, I was like, I'm
You've done it,
confident enough.
yeah.
You know, I don't need to. I'm not gonna fall.
Was it
Right?
Did you fall for that confidence? Were you like, yeah, okay?
I didn't say that. Obviously, I was
Did
just
you
like,
even say,
you know,
yeah? It's like, I can do
You
this.
just gotta play it low, so you gotta
Play along with it. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
So
yeah.
I thought I was gonna be okay, but then turns out Hannah is a semi-pro.
No.
No. Oh, that would have just been like, because you're like, she's asking you like, can you skate? And you're like, yeah, I can skate. You know, you don't want to like give anything away. And if she's over there doing like triple salcos, you're just like,
Literally.
what the
I was
fuck?
Like, you
Let's
tell
go
him,
story.
you
I
tell him.
did figure skating lessons for a little bit.
oh my god.
So I rocked up and I was just doing circles around him. It was great.
Yeah.
Dude, what does it feel like to be the
And I
most?
was just like trying to stay upright.
What does it feel like being the most talented person on the planet? Is there anything else you do? Do you save animals? Have you
She does actually.
have you serenaded the Queen? No.
I
You nailed it.
rescued-
No.
I rescued ferrets.
That's unbelievable.
You nailed it.
Omar, you are hitting the jackpot here,
I know.
honestly. But no, you two.
I don't know what I've done to deserve this.
You
Like,
be you. That's what you've done. You are honestly. You are so good together.
I'm glad. I'm just happy she hasn't realized what I look like yet.
She's like, actually, I'm blind.
Slowly, she'll like start to be like, "What the hell am I doing here?" Also,
That's
we
amazing.
allowed to curse or say things or not?
I've been saying the F word about 600
I haven't
trillion
noticed.
times.
That's all good.
There is obviously out there, apologize for the swearing, but we are an 18 plus podcast,
Okay.
obviously. So if you don't like swearing, more than happy to accommodate for you. But in the meantime, no one has complained yet.
All right,
Yeah.
that's good.
The 3 people that watch haven't.
Oh, there's more than 3? There's 3 of us here? So I'm sure there's
You
plenty
guys
more.
have just tripled my
double.
viewership. Yeah. No, that's insane. So from that moment, the ice skating in the Italian restaurant, was it just sort of like you guys were like, oh yeah, which I like his vibe. You're like, I like her vibe, and you just
Yeah.
kept hanging out with each other.
No, we lost.
No.
We lost
He's like,
contact
nah,
for
he's not
2
for me.
years.
Yeah, sorry. Oh
He was not for
no,
me.
there wasn't
Well,
any.
we went on a second date after that. The
Okay.
first date
It
went
was
well.
great.
Yeah.
I
What
thought
was the ghosting? What happened
I
there?
thought so. I thought it was great.
There was no
I would have. It would have been great if I went on
Yeah.
a date with you, Omar.
Yeah.
Would have been bloody awesome.
I don't know. I don't know why.
But you know what? We're looking. We're looking in the past now. You guys, you found each other. Eventually, you got there eventually,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
Yeah, he
It is-
finally reached out 2 years later. It was like, cool tattoos. And then we just started talking again. since
you
then.
slid into the DMs.
Because she only had a
Smart.
couple of tattoos when we first met.
Yeah.
And then
None.
September, when we started talking again.
I swear it was earlier than that.
No, September. It was 11th
Okay.
September.
You remember the date?
Yeah, because you looked it up and we scrolled through and you were like,
Ooh,
oh,
the
it's a 12,
archive.
and I was
Yeah,
like,
you went
no,
to
it's
the
11.
archive.
You
Yeah.
literally scrolled
Yeah.
back. You were
I've
like,
already forgotten.
because you asked me, you asked me how we started talking again. Because I'm the
Yeah.
one who reached out.
Yeah.
I replied to his story.
Yeah.
And the story was
Smart,
of her
yeah.
getting a tattoo. So I was like,
Yeah.
hey.
I'd commented on your Instagram post though. I commented
Yeah.
hearts and he just never responded. To
No,
me. So I was like, okay,
what?
I guess he doesn't.
Why? What was the reason for it?
I didn't look at my comments, unfortunately.
Oh, that's
so
what
I
they,
didn't
they
notice.
also. You're
that
just playing it
she
cool.
had sent it. Yeah,
You
I
were
was
just playing it cool. You're playing the
Oh.
long game.
Oh, what comment? You know?
There's a comment. Oh, no. Oh, someone I haven't seen in like 2 years, and it's no one.
Yeah, it's fine.
But no, it worked
Fantastic,
out.
yeah.
So we kept talking
No.
for months and months, and here
It's
we
incredible.
Mm-hmm.
are. So
There you
it's
go
going
now.
well.
So I'm guessing you accompany her at many of her gigs out. So where do you perform, Hannah? Like, is it more around Sydney, or do you go interstate to perform?
It's predominantly around Sydney. I live in the Sutherland Shire, so I do a lot of gigs, local
yes.
pubs around there. And then I've been playing down in Narooma. I don't know if you know where that is. Way down south.
What do you mean? I'm pretty much from Narooma.
Really?
Yes.
My heart is in Narooma. I love
Unreal.
it down there. I showed him Narooma for the first time like
I was
2
just
weeks
there
ago.
like 2 weeks ago. Yeah,
seals.
We went over the weekend.
Yeah.
There's seals.
I did see
There's
the
a lot
seals
of-
for the first time in the wild.
Oh
I've never
my
seen. I had
God.
never
We
seen.
saw a green sea turtle
Oh.
down there.
That was
We
so
saw an
exciting.
octopus. It was so good.
like when someone mentions a place that you know, and you're just like, rah, no, Narooma mentioned.
Yeah.
It was like that. I literally because my grandparents had a farm, about an hour not an hour, maybe like 40 minutes inland from Narooma
Okay,
in a place
yeah.
called Nerrigunda. It's just off Badalla. You'd know,
Yeah,
of course, you'd
yeah,
know Badalla. Narooma was just the place you'd go to because it was just the coastal drive, and you go into town and there's a little hill, and you see Montague Island.
Yeah. I don't know if you
Insane.
know the pub on top of the hill that
I
has a view
do.
of the
Yes,
water.
yes,
So
I do. I've been there like 3 times.
Yeah, that's where I do my
No
gigs.
way. Do you love the country vibe of it? Do you like
I
the
adore it. I would
people are
love
so
to move
nice
down
there?
one day.
Narooma-
Narooma has my heart.
Narooma has some of the nicest people in the world. And I was
Yeah.
talking to someone the other day about, because they were like, oh, well, where have you been? Because I was talking about trips down the South Coast. I was like, oh, Narooma. It's like, I've spent so much time in Narooma. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, it's that place has the seals. It's like, yes.
Place with the seals.
Yeah, it's the seals.
Yeah.
It's got other
And a
stuff
few
as well.
stingrays.
Stingrays, the
seals.
boardwalk. Oh, the whole South Coast
Yeah,
is
it's so
gorgeous. From
beautiful.
Jervis Bay to Bateman's Bay to Moruya. Moruya is one of my favorite regional towns. Spent so much time in Moruya.
Yeah.
Churros Heads,
Oh, so
Badalla.
gorgeous.
I'm
and
very
then
happy
Narooma.
that I went because I had a great time.
Yes.
It was my first time.
First
going to
time
Narooma,
ever?
and it was
Yeah.
amazing. It's very relaxing. Everybody's super chilled out. No one's in a rush to do anything.
No.
Everybody's just enjoying the moment. There was this
Yeah.
little what is it? Like a van, like a
It was like
Little
a
camper
pop-up,
van.
Like a pop-up
pop-up
Yeah.
coffee shop.
coffee
Oh, I
shop.
love
so they
those.
had
Yeah, yeah.
their van, and they spend summer in Narooma, and then they go down to the snow for winter.
That's
and they just sell
insane.
coffee out the side of their van. They set up camping mats, and they have reusable cups, and you just have a coffee, sit down
Beautiful.
with a reusable cup, bring it back.
Wow. And
And
it's
it's right behind the bar beach, so right near
it's
the boardwalk.
right near the boardwalk.
Yeah.
And it's so beautiful because that's sort of that's kind of indicative of what Narooma is like. Like it's so chill and low key, and
Yeah.
it epitomizes regional New South Wales
Exactly.
in general. It's such a beautiful town.
It's not too overpopulated either. Like, it can get busy in holiday seasons, but for the most part, it's usually just the locals or
Yeah.
a couple people who know it, so it doesn't
Yeah.
get too busy. It's such a beautiful
Yeah.
area.
And of course, the seals.
Yeah.
You got to
And
mention it
cheese.
one more time.
Have you done the snorkeling with them out at Montague?
No, I
You're
haven't.
Missing out.
I know. Well, because we used to always go down there to go shopping.
Yeah.
So when we'd go shopping, you'd drive through Narooma. You would never have time to go out on a boat or do whale watching or go to Montague Island.
Yeah.
Our family had always wanted to,
Yeah.
but we just never really got the chance to actually go out and experience it. But it is something that surely I will do.
Yeah, add it to the bucket
It's
list.
definitely out there because my
Yeah.
grandma, she lives out in Bateman's Bay, which
Okay.
isn't too far away. So definitely get the chance to go down there. So have you guys been to the snow? Are you guys snow people?
I am. We haven't together.
I've only even seen the snow once in my life.
In Europe or in...
It was in Turkey, in
Oh.
a town or a city just, I think, east of Istanbul, from what I remember. It's called Bursa. And I
Okay.
went when I was 12. So it was a very long time
Still-
ago now.
yeah,
It was
but-
like 13 years ago now.
Oh my God.
And we went up this mountain, and it was like down at the bottom on the like sea level. There's no snow or anything, but
No.
you go up.
No,
and
you
it's
go
like
up, yeah, it's-
-6 degrees, and it's like
Yeah.
thick layers of snow. I just remember it so well because it was the only time ever seen snow, and
Yeah,
I
insane.
wanted to go after that when I got older, like. What, 2019, 2020? It was
Yeah.
2020, after TAFE.
Yeah. So it's like... And you want to go to Jindabyne or you want to go
Yeah,
to
that was the
Thredbo and
plan.
Kosciuszko and shit like that, yeah.
Exactly. So we're going there, and we planned the whole thing. I bought all the snow gear, and
I already
had,
know where
like-
this is going.
Yeah, you already know.
Oh.
But
Yeah.
I still have everything. So even though that trip didn't work out,
Yeah.
we'll plan another one, and we'll have all the gear with us.
And you know what?
just
The
do all-
the anticipation makes it better. Look, I honestly, same thing happened to me. I had planned a trip, this big round trip, start in North Island in New Zealand and fly down to South Island, get a little van and just go down the South Island of New Zealand, go to Queenstown, go to Lake Tekapo, Tanao and the West Coast and Franz Josef and stuff like that. And I had everything planned. And this was at the start of 2020. And literally a week before the flights,
Man.
the lockdown, and I was like, oh no. It was honestly, it was one of those, because you'd put so much effort into it, and it was just it was shit timing, just
Yeah.
really shit timing. But I got there eventually. 2 years later, I went to New Zealand with one of my best friends,
Amazing. Well,
and
you did it.
honestly, one of the best times of my life. And
It
I,
didn't let you stop you. You didn't
no,
let it stop you.
you
just
can't
kept-
let life get in
Yeah,
the way.
that's right.
And you know what? The anticipation was worth it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Of course,
yeah.
Of course. That's like when I went to Tame Impala's concert a year ago. I don't remember when.
You
it was
and I
exactly.
went to that same concert, but we didn't
Yeah, we didn't link up.
link up. No,
That's crazy.
That's insane.
That's crazy because I waited for like 3 years for that concert. I had tickets
Me
from
too.
ages
Yes,
before.
because we were big fans of another friend in our group, loved Tame Impala,
love
and we
Tame
were just
Impala.
like big Tame Impala
I
fans.
love Tame Impala. So yeah,
So
I
good.
bought the tickets and waited, and they kept postponing.
I know, but then
Eventually, it was amazing though. That giant ring
oh,
of like light.
it was ethereal. And you know what was funny? So because I got back from New Zealand,
Yeah.
and I got back to work a week later, I got an email saying, "Hey, your tickets are ready for Tame Impala," and I was like, "Oh fuck yeah, I forgot." That was like 2 years ago. So,
had those.
and I had 2 tickets because one of them was for my then girlfriend at the time, and we weren't together. Went before the concert, so I was just like, "What am I going to do?"
I got an
So
extra
to-
ticket.
So I just hit someone up on Instagram. I literally put it on my story, first person. I was like, "I'm gonna go Tame Impala."
Yours.
She responded, and she's like, "Yeah." Just some
Awesome.
random girl. I don't really know her that well to this
Okay.
day.
But you had met before. or
Hadn't
was it
really
just
met
like a-
before. No, she just popped up,
All right.
and now yeah. So if you know who you are, if you're out there, thanks for coming. Thanks for hitting me up. You were the only person, or you were the first person to do so.
And
Incredible.
Text back.
Yeah,
Newly single.
Reach out.
please. No, it was so fun.
Yeah.
And I think when it comes to music experiences as well, is there a specific concert or is there a specific event that sort of flicked a switch in your brain and you were like, this is just me, I want to do this? Or is there anything in the future that you've got your eyes set on? Or do you really like the nice, just humble vibe, chill local pub scene?
I tend to prefer a more humble, like local pub scene.
It's
That's
so
the
n-
majority of the gigs that I go to.
Mm.
There's one local band near me that I've probably seen live like 8 or 9 times now. They're called Caravana Sun.
I do know who they are. I have.
I love them
Incredible.
so much.
Incredible.
I know the band personally, so
No.
I've been to so many of their concerts. I've recorded with them for a couple of my songs.
Seriously. Wow. If you can get me a t-shirt, that'd be great. Wouldn't mind
Yeah,
that.
I can do that.
That would be great. Thank you. Yeah.
With a hoodie. Perfect.
Amazing. Wow.
Yeah,
No,
so I haven't been to quite as many like huge live gigs that I'd like to.
Mm.
Definitely none of my favorite artists. I would have loved to have seen Matt Corby when he came, but
oh my God.
I'm really bad. I don't know that they're playing until they're already sold out or
Yeah.
until the gig's passed and I've missed it.
Have you guys, have both of you heard Matt Corby's acoustic version of Lonely Boy by the Black Keys?
No.
Do you know that song?
I
I got a love that keeps me waiting.
I do know that song, but I
Yeah.
don't think I've heard his version. I'm going
You
to have
should
to
start
listen
recording
to
an
it.
EP.
Oh,
Go.
I wish.
Yeah, that
Oh, I
voice.
wish I could. I always say to myself, yeah, you should definitely write a song one day. And then I listen to myself sing and I think, I'm giving myself an ick. I'm giving myself the ick with my own voice.
You could write for other people.
I could write for other people. A little bit deep.
You can sell it.
Deep lyrics, you know. You could sell it.
It's okay.
It's okay. Yeah, but no, Matt Corby's version of that song, unbelievable. It's one of the most beautiful songs I've ever heard in my life. So go
I'm
home,
looking forward to hearing it.
have a listen to
Put
it.
it in the description.
I'll put a link in the description along with Bloom on Spotify by the amazing Hannah Wood. And that is the end of the first segment. 30 minutes in, guys. How's it felt?
Very
Good to
very
catch
good.
up.
I'm
Yeah.
very, very happy about how it went.
It's
So
insane. You're
that's
going to be even happier when we move on to the next segment of the podcast, which is Would You Rather? Be right back. Welcome back to Second Eggment. Second Eggment. Second Eggment. It's the
You should
second
just
egg.
call it that. That'll
That's a
be your
great
thing
idea.
now.
This is the segment number 2. It's the second segment of our podcast, Would You Rather. Have you guys fans of the Would You Rather game? You know, played it very often? Something you play at like parties and stuff. So.
Yeah, it's not something I've really thought about much.
No, you never
a
do.
while.
Not until you go on to Chasing the Art. This is
Yeah.
where we almost developed a cult following for the Would You Rather. So it's get that on a t-shirt or something.
Yeah.
I was on
Yeah.
Would You Rather with Luca on Chasing the Art.
I'd
All
do
right.
it.
First, Would You Rather? Would you rather have an AI voice narrate your every action in real life, or have your phone read your most embarrassing texts out loud in public once a week? Let me know if you want to hear the options
AI
again.
voice.
So the AI voice would
It narrates everything you do in real life. Can you imagine that? Like
am
Siri.
I hearing it all the
Oh
time?
yeah, it's there. It's out. Like you've got an
If
AI
someone's
voice.
listening to it, is like someone like subscribed to the AI and
I could
now
just feel
like
like
listens to my
I'm
voice
on-
to sleep.
Maybe.
I could feel
Wow,
like
you're
I'm on
getting
an
deep.
episode of Big Brother.
Yeah, it feels
fine.
like Black Mirror or something like that.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah,
I think I'd prefer that than embarrassing texts.
I think so
Oh.
too.
I'm a
Depends
bit
what
chaotic
embarrass-
when I message my best friend.
'Cause, like,
I
what's-
don't need
what's-
that out
What
there.
defines What's an embarrassing text then? Like,
Do I get to pick or does
nah,
the...
it defines. There's an algorithm that defines embarrassment. I
Everything has an
assume
algorithm now.
everything's got an algorithm. Honestly, AI. No, I'd probably go for the AI voice
think
because
so.
that'd be kind of cool. Because one of the other questions I had the other week was like, "Oh, would you you have someone narrate your life and everything you do, or would you rather have a hype man, like hype up your every move?" Or
Yeah.
and there was something else. I forgot what the other one was, but she was like, "Yes, hype man all the way."
Yeah,
Makes sense.
That sounds great.
That's second. Would you rather? Would you rather? This is a movie one. Would you rather be typecast as a villain in every role you ever play, or only be cast in commercials for bizarre products?
Villain.
A villain, that sounds like
Absolutely
fun.
villain. That's great.
That sounds so fun.
But
You get
Think-
to live a life that you would
Okay.
never
Think
live
of
in
the
real life.
Joker in Dark Knight.
Yeah.
that's true. But think about Joffrey from Game of Thrones. The death
Yeah.
threats he received.
I haven't seen.
Oh, well, there's a character in it, Joffrey King. He's one of the bad guys. He was bombarded with sorry, trigger warning for anyone out there, death threats, which as an actor should never have to experience because you're playing a character. But I would love to be cast in commercials for bizarre products. I think that's
depends
so
what
funny.
kind of bizarre products they are.
That's true. Actually,
It very much depends what it is.
I'm
It
gonna.
could be fun.
Like
It-
flex
it could
tape.
be.
I would love to be on a
Exactly,
commercial.
yeah, like Billy Mays, flex tape. There was Omar, there was a guy that was in a TAFE commercial. I don't know if you remember him. He was like an Islander guy, like a
Oh
Samoan
yeah,
guy.
I was with him at the pub scene.
Yes, you were with him in the pub scene.
He was in all
Dude,
of the
he is in
Step One
everything
underwear.
now. Step One underwear. He has become such a prominent part of that stuff. And like every time I see him now, I think, that guy was in a tape commercial.
Yep. Yeah,
That, like,
I
and
acted with him.
I was a background extra in that. I was a
too.
bartender.
I was 17. And
You
I
were
was
like an
in the pub,
actual-
And it was like, how old are you? Act drunk. I'm like, I don't know how to act
I've never
drunk.
had alcohol.
I was like, I have no idea how to do that.
Yeah. No, villain is pretty good. I don't mind
fun.
playing the villain, honestly, especially if it's like the Joker. Third, would you rather? Would you rather have your phone autocorrect every text to something wildly inappropriate, or have it read out loud every message you receive in public? So every message you receive in public reads it out loud, or your autocorrects to something crazy. So like organism would be orgasm and
Can I
stuff like
correct
that.
it after?
No,
Or am I just, like,
no,
stuck
nah,
with
we
it?
ain't. Nah.
Okay, so I've lost all connection
Can't
with
save face.
everyone.
It's over. You cannot. You have to think about everything you say. You have to think about every
Ooh,
word.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I'm going to say
Shit.
autocorrect. I don't trust what my best friend might be sending me. And
That's
I
actually
don't
a
want
good
that read out in
point.
public.
Yeah. Can you imagine like if you're having a really like private
We have some
conversation?
interesting conversation.
I'm
We all
sure.
do. There's nothing wrong with that. No. Yeah.
I'll probably let people read my messages in public, and because I don't want to ruin all of my relationships by saying I don't know, inappropriate stuff.
It's a good point because imagine how many texts you send a day. How
Yeah.
many autocorrects you're going
My
to send.
mum, my
something
grandmother,
inappropriate. Yeah.
I use
What am I
Siri to
sending?
type all the time, and Siri gets everything I say awfully wrong.
Siri's
anyways.
shit. Sorry,
So
Siri.
bad.
Pick your game up, honestly.
So bad.
Samsung supremacy, obviously. But
Well, we'll say
Bixby
Android.
ain't as good either, but
Android's superior.
Android, 100%.
Yeah.
Always. Fourth, would you rather? Would you rather have to wink at the end of every sentence or give finger guns to everyone you meet? Pow. Finger guns.
I can see how irritating it can be. If I meet
Oh,
every
can you imagine?
person.
Imagine me just doing this. Omar, shoo, hada, shoo. Fuck that.
But if
No
I wink,
way.
I'll look like I have a disease.
Okay,
Like,
I can. But
Yeah, hey, how are you going?
Hey.
This is
What
really
if-
fun.
I get just
what are you
twitch
doing?
between them.
what if you wink, but you like turn away so they can't see it?
Well, then they think you're weird because you're just doing this every sentence. Could that be even worse? Like, hey, yeah, so did you see that new movie?
What are you looking at?
Like, are you breathing? What the fuck? Are you like trying to like breathe out? It's like breathe out of the mic when you're singing. Like, you sing, you're like, back again. It's weird.
I think I'm going with the guns.
I'm going with the finger guns, 100%.
Yeah.
That's what I have
It's
to.
like once when you meet.
The wiggles.
And then you're good. Yeah.
No,
The
they're not really
wiggles.
finger guns. They're more just like finger rotations. They're not
Like, but
glorifying
when you say everyone
firearms.
you meet, is it just the first time you greet them and then
No,
you're
it's
done?
like everyone. You could
no,
be
but
your
the
mum.
the first time you greet them, and then it's not every sentence
Nope.
like the wink.
Oh no, it's not every sentence.
So
it's just when you
first
meet
greet
them.
and then when you go
Yeah.
away, the
Yes.
next time you see them.
Next time you see them, bang, finger guns.
Okay,
So you give me the
that's-
finger gun
that's
person.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
100%,
I'll take that.
100%, yeah.
Maybe we'll run an experiment when we do this in real life and see which ones people react to.
You're thinking, you're so outside the box on that one, honestly. It sounds like something I would probably do.
Yeah?
Maybe I'll do that. If I go to the next like festival or something, I'll go and like do that with people.
You
Social
gotta-
experiment.
Maybe we can run like, I don't know, at the end, we play a game, and if you lose, you have to do this at the start of every episode.
Oh,
No, it's okay.
that's actually a great idea.
I don't know, that's a big commitment.
If I had planning and the commitment to do it, yes, I
5
would.
episodes. You don't
5
have to do it
episodes, yeah,
forever.
maybe like
Okay.
15, and then we'll
15,
we'll
okay.
cook. I'll get you back on. We'll
All
cook.
right, done.
Still cooking. Last, would you rather? Would you rather always be 10 minutes early to everything but dressed completely wrong, or always be 10 minutes late but you look amazing?
I'm already 10 minutes late to everything.
Yeah.
We were today.
Yeah, you already. Yeah, okay. 10 minutes
his
late
fault.
and you look amazing. Honestly,
Yeah,
I
that's
wouldn't have
fine.
known. Honestly, I wouldn't have known you were 10 minutes late because I didn't give you a specific time.
All good.
Honestly.
But yeah, I'm always late, so it's fine.
I hate.
Egyptian time.
Yeah, Egyptian time.
I hate. I'm just someone that's. I don't like being late only for like events where I said I'm going to be there at a certain time. So if I say I'm going to be there 1 o'clock on the dot, or I'm going to be there 2 o'clock, I usually show up 10 minutes early.
Yeah,
And if
okay.
I'm there like 2:05, I'm just like fuck. But like once again, I don't really care if people like are late with me. I really don't give a shit.
Yeah.
But if I'm late to someone, it's like personal for me. But yeah, I think that's pretty easy. I'd probably go for the 10 minutes late but look amazing because I don't want to dress wrong. I like how I dress.
Yeah.
I take a lot of pride in my fashion sense. I think.
I
hope
I'm
so.
looking- I hope I look fine. I don't know why she picked me.
Listen to that confidence. That is remarkable confidence
Yeah,
right
I know,
there.
right?
But speaking of confidence, you guys now have to be confident that you know each other because we are playing new segment, Perfect Partners. Essentially what it is I give you 5 questions each relating to each of you. And I give you a question. You got to write it down on the board. I say 3, 2, 1. You show the camera. You show me what your answer is.
Okay.
If it's the same answer, Well done.
Okay.
Try and get at least, if you can get 3, you will get the prize, but
The prize.
you will still get a prize
So are we
anyway.
writing
No, what?
down-
I didn't say that. I didn't say it's
So
not
are
me.
we writing our answer and then their answer?
No,
we
so it's
both
got to be
have-
your answer, what you think he's going to put down.
Yeah.
So for the first one, this is for Omar. So Omar, this is questions about Hannah. So you both have to write down what it is. All right. Perfect partners. Number 1. What is Omar's favorite food?
I don't know how to spell it. And he's gonna-
Ooh, that might give it away. That could give it away.
There's like a dash somewhere. It's
Should I write it bigger? I
Oh,
think
here we
it's
go.
I think
Ooh.
it's too small.
Okay.
So
This is interesting. I like
so
it.
I can show it to the camera if we need to. I think you can see it. I think you're reading it off me.
I'm not.
You're cheating.
I'm not. You can look back at the video.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Show me. Way! Well done.
You did it.
Did I
Creme
spell it
brulee.
right?
I think so. I mean,
There you
no,
go.
there's an E.
Ish.
But yeah,
Oh,
okay.
how
That's
good is
good.
creme brulee?
it's so good.
Have you ever had like just nice homemade creme brulee?
He
Like
makes
just,
it himself. He taught me how to glaze
cook.
the
This
sugar.
guy, he cooks in and out of the kitchen.
Yeah.
I love
Unbelievable.
creme brulee.
So good.
I'll make you some. Have you made it?
Oh, I've never made it before in my life.
Okay, all right. We're gonna make.
Omar,
you
I'd be the one proposing to you if you made me. Sorry, Hannah.
some. Maybe that's it.
Maybe
that's
that
the
is it,
reason.
maybe.
that's the whole thing. I just made us some creme brulee.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Are you guys ready for the second
Let me
one?
just erase this.
Erase everything. Erase it all. There you go. Hopefully it all goes well. Hannah, what is Omar's favorite song? I hope you know.
Ooh,
it's-
that's so
yeah, because
hard.
even you might know it.
I don't even know what
And
it
that's the
is.
thing. Like, you don't have to be worried. Like, the thing
don't
is,
know if it's
because these are obscure, you
These are
probably
very
will have different
random
answers, but
questions.
these are random.
I don't know if it's his favorite, but it's probably the one he's brought up the most to me.
There you go. I like that. Really good thinking. Because
I
even
know
Omar
what she's
probably
gonna
would.
say,
So write it down.
so maybe I should not.
No,
I
no,
get
you
to
want
win.
the Omar. You want the points.
I want the.
You
points.
actually do.
Okay, I know.
Really
what
want
she's
the
gonna
points.
say. I know-
Everyone
but we're
wants the
getting-
points.
Okay.
Everyone has loved their prize so far, which is great.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Ooh.
Oh. I thought you were gonna say Interstellar.
No.
Interstellar.
Because he plays it on piano.
I do love
Do
Japanese.
you?
denim.
I know,
Japanese
you bring
denim,
up
but I haven't
Japanese
heard of that
denim all the
one.
time. You're like,
It's,
oh, have you heard this song? I'm like,
It is a
"Yes."
great song,
He told me
actually.
multiple
If it wasn't Interstellar, I would have said Japanese.
Yeah,
denim,
very
but-
close. You know what? They're almost pretty much. There could have been a toss up there, one of two. So
Okay.
still good. All right, this is the fan favorite. I think you guys would probably would have been thinking about this. I'd see. I kind of I threw you under the bus a little bit. This is actually for Omar. What is Omar's favorite animal? You thought it was going to be Hannah's,
I
didn't
haven't
you?
thought about it yet.
Well, you have to think
I
about
have-
it now.
I have
Oh.
no idea.
How many animals are out there in the world? There's over like fucking
Way too
100
many.
million.
So many. There's so many
I've already
animals.
written
One in
my
100
answer.
million. There you go.
Oh my god. Why is it so hard?
Look, I don't even know my best.
What's yours?
My favorite animal, probably either a cockatoo or a horse.
A horse.
Yeah,
Whoa.
because I did the episode with Lara Jean Marshall, who played Lisa on the
Okay.
Saddle Club, greatest show of all time, and I was like, oh wow, this was my idol. I used to idolize this person, and she made me get into horses. So I'm either I'm horse or cockatoos.
Yeah.
I love them both.
Okay, I think I'm ready.
We ready? 3,
I don't have
2,
the right
1.
answer.
Oh, that's still cute. Okay.
How did you not think of duck?
Do you guys go feed ducks?
No, he
We
sends
haven't.
me duck
'Cause
things.
I was
duck
gonna
memes
say-
constantly.
When you were like with the cat, when you were like you starting to pet my cat, I thought that was going to embed his way into. I thought it was going to embed its way into Omar's mind, and he would write
I
cats.
mean, I was thinking about cats, but then I thought about it a little bit more, and I'm like,
How did I not
ducks.
think of
He
ducks?
loves ducks. He loves
always
ducks. This
said
guy.
that.
Constantly sending them to me.
Exactly.
they're just
Ducks
like,
are
oh, don't forget to drink water. You know these ducks? No? Okay.
There you go. See, I don't even think my family knows that my favorite animal is a horse or a cockatoo. So don't feel bad about it.
So
Honestly,
that's not one of his questions for me. He's not guessing my favorite animal.
no.
What
No, you
would
get
my
two
favorite
different
animal
ones.
have been? You're never gonna get it.
I'm gonna say lemur. I don't even know you when
Although
I said
actually,
lemur.
for a while, I really
Oh!
liked lemurs, but no.
Well, she has ferrets.
Mm? That's too
you
obvious,
have-
though. Too obvious.
You have dogs. You have cats.
It
If she
kind
says
of-
you're not going to get it, it's
Yeah.
going to
It
be
kind
a
of
weird animal.
looks like a ferret, but not.
Is it a weasel?
No.
Hmm.
Ish. Look, ish.
Hamster.
Oh.
No. A raccoon. They've got like the
Oh,
hands.
yeah,
I love
raccoon.
I would have
raccoons.
never guessed that.
The
I
little
know.
robbers of the north.
So cute.
They're gorgeous creatures.
They're so cute.
All right, this one you should be getting this one with all due respect. Where was Omar's first TV job?
Oh shit.
Oh no.
Well, that's actually tricky because the first job I ever worked at was not the job I stayed at for a long time. I was only there for a very
No,
short
but like this was the first job you got out of TAFE.
That's what I mean.
Oh,
I don't think
I
I
thought you went
know.
straight to the one I. Oh dear. Okay.
No.
Sorry. Well, maybe no pressure in getting this one.
But how about this? We can let this one go because it was only for. A
Yeah,
couple
you know what?
months.
We'll let that one go. How
So
about?
we let? No. I mean the first job. No. I mean like we can have it. So
All
it's
right,
the
name it.
second
All
job.
right. What also name somewhere Omar has worked in TV.
Oh, that's easier.
Can I have two
Can be
answers?
any answer. It can be any answer, obviously. And Omar, you can just say yep if you've done it.
Well, my first. Because that's gonna be so hard. Because I never talk about that place.
No.
Like no one knows
Okay.
that I worked there.
If I
I'm
So it
didn't,
was only I did like 5-10 shifts
I'm
there.
kind
Okay,
of
so yeah, I wouldn't
cheating.
have known
put
then.
Two answers.
that's fine. That's so fine. Well, let's go. 3, 2, 1. Let's see him. NEP, Fox Sports, Telstra.
Well, I was gonna say Fox Sports would have been
yeah,
acceptable.
See,
That's an acceptable answer.
you did work for NEP. I remember you
worked for
told
NEP.
me
I'd never
before
know
you
it
did
by
Fox
NEP.
Sports.
No, no,
Yeah.
I would never recognize.
I know
it
you would
by
have never.
NAP.
You'd have
Fox
never heard
Sports
of it.
for the win. Big fan. Shout out to Media Services. Shout out to my supervisors, Carolyn Effield, James DeFrancesco. Love you guys. Thank you for giving me the space and time to do this podcast. Appreciate it. They're amazing. All right. The last one for Omar. Where did you and Omar go on a first date? If you get this one wrong, I would be so disappointed because we literally just talked about this.
I think it's gonna be very difficult to forget what it is.
Seriously.
What's it called?
See, when I was...
Well, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. We were just
bonus
talking-
points if you get the name of it, like the actual name of the place.
The name of the place.
Yeah, bonus points.
Wait, what? We don't know the name of the place.
I know the name of the place.
Ooh.
No, you don't. Because we were just talking about
not the
that.
second place, the
Yeah.
first place.
You know the
That's why
first place.
I'm like
yeah.
doing the whole
Because
thing.
our first
Oh,
date
he's
was
doing the
kind
whole
of splintered
thing.
too. Oh shit! Okay.
Actually, that's a good point, yeah. I was gonna let you get away with the first one. Now I'm not. No, whole thing. The whole shaboing.
This is the first date only, yeah.
First date only, yeah. We encourage first dates on the Chasing the Art of Creativity podcast. We're coming up to Valentine's Day. And if you are looking to send something to a significant other, I would recommend a t-shirt from TeePublic. TeePublic make some of the most quality and assured products of shirts out there on the market. I got my own one the other day, Professional Yapper. Put that up on screen. Go check out TeePublic. Got some good stuff out there. You guys going to jump on that? Get you a free
Absolutely.
t-shirt. You guys will get you
They look great.
anything for a free t-shirt.
Yeah,
I love
exactly.
it. Great designs as well. Fantastic. All right. 3, 2, 1. Isu in Mascot. I love that place.
I see, yeah.
Yeah.
Swing at a kids park.
We're
Very
actually-
cute.
We're
Wow.
actually recreating the first date for Valentine's Day next week.
No.
Yeah, that's why we both know what it is.
Oh, that's
exactly.
unbelievable. With one of my ex-girlfriends, the first date we actually went to was ice skating.
Oh, very
Yeah.
nice.
At the Isu in Mascot. So there you
love
go.
that.
That's so good.
I'm a terrible skater though. Oh man,
Same as
I
me,
was
trust me.
awful.
I'm not
We'll
very
see if
good.
you've gotten
Alright.
any better since last.
Look at
Oh,
that.
no.
But you know what? That's 3. That's 3. You win the prize.
We did it.
Yes.
Amazing.
Well done. Anyway, of course, we're still going to do the ones for Hannah as well. So, Omar, are you ready?
I'm ready.
We're getting into these ones. Where did you meet Hannah for the first time?
Well, we just said it.
In person or
Like,
where did we first
I mean,
start
like, 'cause-
talking?
So you said
That's the first date.
was the first date the first time you guys met?
Yeah.
Was it? Oh, I thought
That
you'd
was
met
2.5
somewhere.
years ago.
No.
Did you guys meet on a dating app or?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Oh,
did.
cute. There you
We
go.
did. So yeah, it was the same answer as exactly the last
Amazing. Well, there you go. I'll avoid that one
Extra
then.
point?
Extra point. Yeah.
You won that.
Why not? Yeah. I'm throwing
2
out
and 1.
points. I'm like Oprah with these. You get a point. You get a point. All right. What is Hannah's favorite instrument?
Oh yeah. Well, okay. That's
Oh yeah.
here's
Wait.
the thing, right?
That was so reassuring.
because because there is an obvious answer, but I feel like I'm gonna get very.
Look, I don't overthink
Surprised.
it. Do not overthink this one.
Okay.
Hannah shouldn't be overthinking this one as well.
I'm overthinking this
Oh
one.
dear.
No, actually, I'm changing that.
Oh.
Give me a second. Sorry.
Oh man.
Oh no!
The
he's thinking about
whiteboards.
it so
This is
much.
the
Maybe I
whiteboards
should
of
change it.
truth.
Maybe I should change it.
Now everyone's going to change it.
Oh, but it's
I
like,
can't wait to. You're going to be here for like
I'm gonna
5
put-
minutes. You're going to turn the board. It's the same answer, I bet.
Yeah.
I'm
I
banking
feel
on
like
it.
it's a
This is the beauty of perfect partners. This is what we do. I just
It's
came up
so
with this
hard.
concept the other day.
Even for me,
Such a
this is
hard
a hard. It's a
decision.
very close call.
I'm going
It could be
with-
close. And you know what? There's no shame in getting it wrong.
No,
There's
it's a
no
very
shame.
close call.
Because
Okay,
look,
I'm going
He'll
with
be
this.
right
I'm going
either
with this.
way.
3, 2, 1.
No, I was going to go with guitar.
Oh.
I was going to say with guitar.
I grew
You
up,
said it,
I
you
grew
wanted
up
to
playing
learn
the
it.
saxophone.
I want to learn saxophone.
I grew up playing the
I
saxophone.
wrote
loved
guitar
it.
and then I removed it.
No,
and I wrote
originally I
saxophone.
had violin, and then I removed
See, I
it.
initially thought violin, but I was like, that's a bit
But
too
I think-
obvious.
I was going to say guitar.
I adore the violin. It's just because guitar is so versatile with the music I play now.
Yeah.
Because she plays it all the time.
There you go.
That's okay.
Nice synergy. The third one. Now, this one actually, this was one I gave for Omar. Now it's for Hannah. Well, it's
Yeah.
for Omar to guess Hannah's. What is Hannah's favorite song? So you had Interstellar, you had Japanese Denim.
He's not gonna get this.
Oh, shit.
It's probably some like bootleg indie song made by some underground artist, like super low key, super like grungy. I need to go out more gigs more often. Do enjoy a gig or two. The thinking, the initial like, the thought
I
process.
don't remember the name.
I don't think he'll
There you
get
go.
it. Actually,
I hope
I
I-
didn't write the first song that came to mind.
I
so
hope
had
he
to-
does get it. That'd be great. That'd be nice. Because these are tough
Look,
questions.
there's a chance.
then there's
Yeah.
also-
But look, and the thing is, even with my best friends and my family, they would not know what my favorite song is, which is Clocks by Coldplay. But anyway,
Incredible song.
great
Such
song,
a
one
good
of the greatest
song.
songs of all time. I had someone on the podcast the other day that we blind ranked our artists.
Yeah.
Coldplay was one of them. She put them at 4. I was like, I'm going to give you a chance to change one of those. She's like, no, I stand by that. I was like,
What
okay.
did she
you're-
have before them?
The
Do you
Beatles was
remember?
number 1.
Ooh,
Black
I
Eyed
like
Peas
the
was
Beatles.
5. Fleetwood Mac. No, Fleetwood Mac was 5. I think Black Eyed Peas was 2, and I forgot the other one. But it had
so
Coldplay,
many
Interesting
songs.
Fleetwood
choice.
Mac. Yeah.
So
Well,
many
Rihanna.
songs.
Rihanna was 3. There you go.
Okay.
I remember it.
Yeah, no, that's not the order I would have
I
done.
can write 3 different songs on here.
You can if you
So-
want. You
Okay.
honestly can.
You
Why
can write
not?
a
Just
second
because it's a
song.
hard.
But the
It's
thing
it's
is-
hard.
I don't know the name of the exact song. I just
You can
know
just you can like hum
what
it or
is.
something. She would probably know.
Like, I'm
Yeah.
indicating towards it.
Beautiful.
You know, I could just throw an absolute curveball and you'd have no idea.
You really could. That's
But
the
why?
hard
Why
one.
would you do
But
that?
why would you do that? That's
Why would you do this?
This
to
isn't
me?
competitive. We're
I know,
playing
right?
against each other. You're meant to be. This is teamwork. Teamwork makes the, say it with me, dream work.
Woo, sorry, I missed
Bring it.
that. I was
Okay.
Oh, I
wrote 3
I like
different
being.
ones.
I like
wrote
doing it on
3
my
different
own.
ones, so if it's one of them.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Let's see it. Did you get any there?
okay, How to Train Your Dragon was the curveball I was saying I could throw in there.
See, I was gonna get the curveball.
Bon-
Bon
had that.
Bon Iver is fantastic.
Holocene, Bon Iver,
I love
Resolution
Bon
by
Iver.
Matt
Skinny
Corey.
Love is one of the most iconic songs of all time.
Yeah. You know, that's
I was like
How to Train
Alexander
Your-
Hamilton. I was like,
It's just Hamilton.
same
There you
thing.
go.
You don't have to have the Alexander.
At least he knows. He knows,
Yeah.
you know, what the
Yeah.
basis of what you like. So that's, you know, I'll give a
But
point
he
for that. I
still
would definitely
didn't
give a
win.
point.
He shouldn't get a point for
Oh,
that.
no.
I give points for
I'm losing-
everything. If you smile at me the right way, I give you a
losing
point.
this game.
I am the worst game show host in the world. I just give points to everyone. If someone looks sad, I'd be like, no, you get the $200,000.
Oh, please.
Please. Oh, Omar, what is Hannah's favorite movie?
Well, we just said it.
You kind of did, didn't you? Didn't. Whoops. Oops.
We just said it.
You just said it.
Are you
didn't
gonna intentionally make me lose by picking another movie?
She wouldn't do
No.
that. No.
This is my favorite movie because of the soundtrack. It's got the most. My
Oh no!
favorite.
Now
Oh, I
I feel
just-
like I'm gonna lose.
Oh, shit,
I know what it is.
You
n-
pick.
Well, I know,
There's two of
I know
them.
what it is now because it was
There's two
one
of
of the
them.
songs on his one, wasn't it? See, I didn't know that's what he was referring to. I thought that song was an actual, like a song by an artist, but it's the soundtrack I'm guessing you're referring to.
Soundtrack, yeah.
Great movie. It's such a
a-
good movie. Well, I know.
so-
Obviously, we know what
Well-
it is. 3, 2, 1. Turn it around. It's How to Train Your Dragon.
You had Hamilton first.
Yeah.
You know,
How to Train. I love Hamilton.
literally
But that's
was
not
like-
a movie. It's a musical.
Hamilton is a musical technically,
It's a musical.
but then again, Wicked. I just saw Wicked recently.
Yeah,
Great
but
soundtrack.
I wouldn't
Insane.
have called that a movie until the recent one.
Yeah.
That,
I
that
could,
movie seems cursed.
it is a little bit.
I haven't watched it
it's a bit-
because it gives me cursed.
No, it's kind of cool. Ariana Grande's an unbelievable singer.
Yeah,
but you know,
she's incredible.
my cat, I nickname him Toothless because he kind of looks like Toothless. He's got big
I called
eyes.
Cat at Work Toothless.
Yeah, he reminds me so much of Toothless. He's beautiful.
Yeah.
I'll put a photo of the cat up there in case anyone wants to see. In case it drives the algorithm up. People like cats.
Yeah, it's very cute.
The last question. Omar, what is your anniversary date? Has to be the date. It's got to be the date. Everyone has
Is that going to be like? I think that's like the recent one.
You know, with my parents, there is
Where
no.
Which one do we pick?
Well, what was the date you went to the ice rink? Do
Oh,
you remember
God,
that?
who knows?
Okay, it's not that one then.
Who knows?
You know, my parents, they have a date that is impossible to forget as their anniversary.
Yeah.
It's fucking Valentine's
Can
Day.
I cheat from my
Oh
phone?
my god.
Sure.
Wait,
100%.
you're cheating?
Absolutely.
No,
well, of course,
that's
if you.
not fair.
Well, no, it's because you might remember, but you might be like, oh, what was the date? And then it'll come back to you. As long as you both do it, that's fine.
When is it?
It would be the amount of times I with one of my exes, like I knew that it was sometime in July, but I don't remember. I really don't remember when we
You know,
got
I wouldn't
together.
have remembered this if I didn't get to cheat.
There you go. Well, you know what? Cheating's a fundamental part of podcasts anyway. We just all cheat at life.
I think it was.
This is like when it became official, not when we first started talking.
Yes.
Yeah, it's got to be when it's official.
Okay.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
3, 2.
Let me
Wait,
write
yes,
it.
I
Let me
haven't
write it.
Oh, sorry, you didn't write it down yet.
You're just
Sorry,
so
I was-
excited.
There is no
I thought you'd
date.
already done it.
No.
Look at me jumping the gun. I'm like, hurry up. Hurry up. No, we take our time here. We always take our time. Got to get the facts right.
Here we go.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, we did.
Well
Very
done.
nice.
Good job,
Very
guys.
happy about
You
this.
are in sync, honestly. Like, these are some questions that would be bloody difficult for even couples that have been together for 20 years. So, wow. Does that feel enlightening?
I think once we've celebrated our first anniversary, it'll be a lot easier to remember the
Yeah.
date.
It will
It's
be,
just
wouldn't
'cause
it?
it's
Yeah.
so early.
Because
we
it's
haven't
still
had to
early.
think
Yeah,
about it.
yeah,
I'm glad
exactly.
I used my calendar.
Yeah, it's in my calendar too.
Oh, that was the only thing she has in her calendar, probably.
I don't put anything
You
in
never
my
use
calendar.
your calendar.
Now,
Yeah.
to keep the competitive spirit going between you two.
Are we using this anymore?
No, we're done with
No,
those. You
okay.
can put those away. You ever played a game called Top Trumps?
Never
No, I
heard
have
of it.
not.
This is a good game to play. It's a game to play against two people. It's a card game.
Okay.
Have a look at it. You essentially get cards with stats on it, and you split half the deck between each other, and you pretty much take turns calling out a stat that you think is good, and if it's higher than theirs, you take theirs. If their stat is higher, they take yours, and whoever wins has all the cards.
Yeah.
You'll figure it out. So thought I'd give that game to you as a little gift
Thank
to
you.
say
Thank you very much.
enjoy
Exciting.
enjoy playing. So
Thank you.
I
honestly,
love having a bit of competitive energy between the two of
that's
us.
Yeah.
that's what relationships are about, right?
We've been competing quite a bit.
Fantastic. Well, Hannah, Omar, honestly, groundbreaking episode. Thank you so much for coming on, and I really hope that you two spend the next eternity with each other, enjoying the gigs and the food and the animals, and of course, I hope you get to watch How to Train Your Dragon again.
Thank you very much. It's been
Fantastic.
very nice having
Thank you,
being here
guys.
with you, and thanks for inviting us.
I enjoyed it. You're very welcome. Thanks everyone to watching today. If you want to jump on our other socials, you can jump on our TikTok, Instagram, and of course YouTube, where we try and upload every week. Try and do as best as we can. But in the meantime, stay golden, stay good, stay frosty. See you next time.